It all started with what appeared to be a routine infection. Patient X, a healthy woman in her late 30s, experienced symptoms resembling a mild cold, nothing out of the ordinary. She had a slight fever, mild congestion, and fatigue, but she expected to recover in a few days, just like anyone else. But instead of getting better, something inexplicable happened. Patient X noticed her sense of smell was gone. Thinking it was just a temporary effect of congestion, she didn't worry too much at first. But within days, her sense of taste also faded, leaving her unable to enjoy even the most flavorful foods. And then, the most disturbing symptom of all appeared. Patient X could no longer feel the texture of objects. The sensation of touch had simply vanished. She was unable to feel the softness of fabric, the warmth of a loved one's hand, or even the sharp sting of a pinprick.
Losing one sense is difficult, but losing 3, smell, taste, and touch, is almost unheard of. We were dealing with something we'd never seen before.
Patient X sought medical help, beginning a journey filled with tests, specialist visits, and endless scans. Every possible cause was considered. Doctors ran comprehensive blood tests, looking for infections, autoimmune markers, and neurological abnormalities. They conducted MRIs and CT scans to detect any structural abnormalities in her brain, but the results kept coming back normal.
When a patient presents with loss of multiple senses, our first suspicions are usually neurological. Certain conditions, like multiple sclerosis or nerve damage, can impair sensory functions. But her scans didn't show anything unusual. They tested for rare infections and neurological conditions. They checked for Lyme disease, metabolic disorders, and even genetic conditions, despite her age and lack of family history. Patient X's condition defied all logic. Her tests were clean, her symptoms persisted, and her life was forever changed.
Imagine waking up every day to a world where food has no flavor, where scents no longer reach you, and where touch is nothing more than a memory. It wasn't just the physical symptoms that took a toll on Patient X, it was the psychological impact. For Patient X, the loss of touch was especially isolating. The simple comfort of a loved one's hug was now an empty gesture. She found herself withdrawing, unable to connect with the world around her in the way she once could.
People often underestimate the importance of senses like smell and touch. They contribute to our emotional well-being, our memories, even our sense of identity. Patient X lost 3 of these vital connections to the world. It was no surprise that her mental health suffered. Patient X began experiencing severe anxiety and depression. She struggled with feelings of isolation and helplessness. Therapy helped to a degree, but without answers, she was left in a constant state of uncertainty, unsure if her senses would ever return.
So, what could have caused such a profound loss of sensation? Theories ranged from viral infections to rare, undiagnosed autoimmune diseases. Some doctors speculated it could be a result of an undetected viral infection that targeted specific areas of the nervous system, shutting down her ability to experience smell, taste, and touch. Others suggested it might be a rare, unusual manifestation of a post-viral syndrome, similar to conditions like Guillain-Barré syndrome, where the immune system attacks the nerves after an infection. But in her case, there was no evidence of nerve damage on imaging.
We hypothesized that Patient X's immune system may have inadvertently attacked her sensory neurons, mistaking them for invaders. But without concrete evidence, we couldn't make a definitive diagnosis. Some experts even speculated a connection to functional neurological disorders, FND, where the brain misinterprets signals to or from the body. But once again, her case didn't fit neatly into any one diagnosis. Each avenue they explored led to another dead end.
Years later, Patient X continues to live with her condition, adjusting to a life where flavor, scent, and touch are only memories. She has had to relearn daily tasks and find new ways to experience the world. Food she once loved are now chosen for texture rather than taste. Clothing is selected for its practicality, not its feel. Doctors have not given up. Patient X's case has become part of ongoing research in sensory loss, and her medical records have been studied by experts in various fields. Some hope that advances in neurology and regenerative medicine might one day offer answers, or perhaps even a way to restore her senses.
Patient X's case has taught us how much we still have to learn about the human nervous system. Cases like hers remind us that medicine is full of mysteries, and that sometimes, the human body simply doesn't behave the way we expect it to.
The story of Patient X is a powerful reminder of the mysteries hidden within our own bodies. But her case is only one of many. There are countless others who live with conditions science has yet to understand. Thanks for joining us on this journey through today's medical mystery. If this case had you questioning, analyzing, or on the edge of your seat, then you're in the right place. Here on The Medical Detectives, we dive deep into the unexplained, unraveling cases from history, puzzling diagnoses, and the most unexpected recoveries. So, if you're as fascinated by the twists and turns of these real-life stories as we are, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. And don't forget to turn on notifications. That way, you'll be the first to know every time a new case is posted. Who knows what strange or life-changing revelation might come up next. Until then, keep your mind sharp, stay curious, and join us as we explore the stories that make the world of medicine as mysterious as it is miraculous. See you in the next episode.